tips on things I used to do to help me on my optometric journey. Well, one, I discovered that there's power in learning patient names. I used to carry a notebook with me when I was in practice, and what I would write in the notebook is name of patient, what I did, what stood out about that experience, what was a bad component of the experience, what I managed, or what I provided as a management solution, what did they buy, what were the expectations, did I deliver on that expectation, did I follow up with them after they have left, did they invite their friend, family, colleagues, and so forth. So I would have a notebook, and every day I would just literally write in that notebook the name of each and every single person and the experience and so forth. Am I going to remember, or did I remember every single name? Absolutely not. But the more I did it, the easier it became with me being able to remember the names. So especially if we're in South Africa. So in South Africa, you're fortunate enough to have people of different cultures. And so the advantage is that you could, if someone says a name that is different from your ethnic background, you ask them, you probe about on the name, what does your name mean, where does it come from, and so forth. If someone does something that is completely different in terms of industry, profession, and so forth, that stands out, you probe them, you ask them questions about that. So I would train the team as well that I was working with on the importance of remembering the name. And I would encourage each and every single team member to also have their own notebook that they make notes in about patients that they see on a day-to-day basis. So patient names, that's a big advantage. Why? When that first-time person comes to the practice to come and collect their glasses now, and you're calling them out by their name, without even looking at their file, whatever the case may be, it's like a big thing for them. Same thing applies with that customer who comes to your practice for the second time, or that client who has been coming to your practice for over 10 years, and you remember them by their name and their family and all of that type of stuff. It goes a long way in the experience that they get in your practice. So learn patients' names, learn the experiences, and keep a notebook that will help you on your journey. That's tip number one. Tip number two, when a person sat across me, it was not about the equipment, the stuff that I'm doing. I made sure that I give them the very best attention, care, and made everything about them. That's what you need to do. You need to make sure that with everything that you do, your attention is on the patient like never before. Probe them, ask them questions, interrogate them, provide them with answers, provide them with solutions, engage them so much that they feel like, wow, no one has ever engaged me the way you're engaging me. Learn as much as you possibly can about them, and you're putting yourself an advantage in giving them the best experience. I want the person that's sitting across me to trust me. So what am I going to, how do I gain that trust? I'm going to show empathy. I'm going to ask them questions that are not leading to me sounding like I'm sales pitching them. When they hear me say, this is what's going on with your eyes, this is the test that I'm doing, this is why I'm doing these tests, and how you're currently experiencing your visual environment is as follows right now. With the glasses, this is how you're going to experience the pair of your vision as a result of the pair of glasses. Now, when we put all these coatings and lens materials that we're recommending for you, this is what your vision will actually be like. And that's what we talk about when we say 20/20 vision or 6/6 vision. And we want you to have clear and comfortable vision. So we don't want you just to have clear vision, we want you to have comfortable vision that is also clear. And the things that contribute to that comfortableness and that clarity is the following. So when I manage you, I'm recommending this product for you because this is what you'll experience when you go with it. And if you're not going with it, which is totally understandable, this is what you're going to be experiencing. For as long as you are clear on the difference, then I'm happy. Are you happy? Patients, if they trust you, it makes it easier for them to go with whatever that you recommend. So when a person was sitting across from me here, I focus on how am I getting this person to trust me, and I train my team to also then operate on the same basis, that you equip them with things that are relevant to their level, where they can be able to establish trust between themselves and the patient. So what you do in the test room plays a role in what your team does out of the test room. Tip number 3 that I can think of is follow up. Follow up. Always follow up. Never miss an opportunity to follow up with each and every single person, whether they've been coming to you for 10 years or coming to your practice for the very first time. You need to be following up with each and every single person. If someone has been getting glasses for you and it's the second or third time, I'm assuming that you have already upgraded them from their previous pair of spectacles to a new pair of spectacles. If they have a certain coat, you've given them a better coat. If they have a certain tint, you've given them a better tint. If they have certain types of glasses, you've given them better type of glasses. You're not just renewing their glasses, but you're providing them with better alternatives each and every single time that they come. Why are you not following up? Someone who comes and wears glasses for the very first time, why are you not following up? Someone who comes in has dry eye, someone who's coming in with pathology-related problems that you have referred them to the ophthalmologist, why are you not taking the responsibility of that patient from the time that they met you until the time that they finish with the ophthalmologist? Your patient is your patient for life. Your patient is your patient for life. That is something that you need to remember all the time. Tip number 4. This is an important one. I learned this I was reminded about this from Zahira S.A. Jodi, and we were doing an interview about the RUA project, or the RUA Vision project that she runs, which is a non-profit organization, and she provides eye care services to underprivileged communities. And I asked her what keeps her going and why doesn't she give up, and she answered it in the most powerful way. She said, every single person that sits across me when I'm testing their eyes in the communities, I'm always thinking of that child as my sister, my child, my brother. I'm always thinking of that elderly person as my parent, my aunt, my granny, and so forth. So when you think of the person who's sitting across from you as your own sibling, parent, and so forth, it changes your perspective in terms of how you deal with them, how you're approaching that particular individual. So that's a tip that I wanted you to know. And so those are just some quick tips that I believe that will be of benefit to you guys. And same applies with that type of tip. Your team, how would you train your team by asking how would they want their family members to be treated? That's how they will treat the people that are coming to your practice. So I hope you enjoyed those tips. Do connect with us online, and if you need more assistance with anything pertaining to your business, do reach out to us. This video was shot at Norcom Optometrist. Fantastic practice with amazing equipment, amazing team, amazing leadership, and so I'm truly inspired every time I have the privilege and the opportunity of coming here and learning from them. Take care, everyone.